Watermelon Sugar, a song by Harry Styles, but of course, you knew that. I've heard the song before, I actually did a video reacting to it, but I learned there was a music video, and I'm really excited to see what it's like. One thing that's cool about revisiting a song like this is I get to think more about the meaning. Apparently, there's been a lot of theorizing about what this song's about, I just googled it. Urban Dictionary just classifies it as an unknown object that Harry Styles could never go without. That was a strange laugh. But it was also the name of a Harry Styles song that killed about 10 million people due to its angelic vibe. The words that everyone who made a definition for after or close to November 16th, 2019, which is when the song was released, only did to feed their fantasies of what Harry does behind closed doors, despite it not being necessary to go that deep to enjoy the song. That's a really cool take in my opinion. Like, I guess there's a chance that this whole thing is just not really about anything and it's just kind of a song that sounds nice. To me, that sounds like something that Harry would do, but I think what's really cool about that take of like, hey, maybe don't go so deep into it, is that so many people have taken this to be some kind of sexual thing, and then that leads into like Harry being bombarded as to like, hey, what's it about? Is it about sex? Is it about something else? And even in this interview, he's kind of been like, hey, I'm not really sure. This quote even says, honestly, I'd say I try and think about it as little as possible because it's a very strange dynamic thing. He's talking about sex here, and that he seems to be uncomfortable with being called a sex symbol. It's also a weird thing to think of about yourself. I guess the thing with sex in general is like, it used to feel so much more taboo for me, even like when we were in the band, and the thought of people thinking I had sex was like, oh no, that's crazy. What if they know? But it's like, you know? People are obviously allowed to look into the song and extract whatever meaning they'd like out of it, but just because that's what you think of the song, it doesn't make it true. It doesn't make your meaning invalid, but it doesn't mean that was the intention necessarily. So I don't know, I just really like the idea of being like, hey, we don't need to think about it. Just enjoy the song, right? And with that is exactly what we're gonna do. Except we're going to be enjoying the music video too. I'm very excited to see what kind of visuals Harry goes for in this. Who knows, it could be a whole bunch of innuendo. This video is dedicated to touching. I can only assume that's a reference to the whole COVID-19 thing. Kind of like a callback at this point of like, hey, how great was touching? Oh, that's loud. Oh, straight into the music. And it sounds just like a song. There was a part in a carpool karaoke video where James Corden said that Harry Styles could wear anything and just look like an absolute rock star. And I think videos and outfits like these just prove that is just absolutely the case. The man can wear anything. It's so wonderful and warm. That beach looks just so lovely. Breathe me out. I forgot how much I liked the beat of this song. Just want to point out, that's a seedless watermelon. My man's making a fine choice. Watermelons aren't like my favorite thing in the world. They're okay. But one thing I will say is trying to eat a watermelon with a bunch of seeds is just the worst. The reward is not worth the effort. Controversial opinion? Maybe, but I'm sticking to it. His backing vocals in this are so nice too. Wait, was it seedless? Yeah, that's seedless. There's a couple little ones, but that always happens. Oh, what am I doing? I'm listening to a great song and watching a new music video, and all I can think about is whether the watermelon is seedless. The biggest controversy of our time. That felt very like Quentin Tarantino-esque. Harry just looks like the ultimate player here, just surrounded by attractive people. I also appreciate that he doesn't seem to discriminate. I see a man or two in there. You do you, boo. Here I am saying like, hey, let's not think about it and let's not assign sexual connotations to the song and just enjoy it. But then I do exactly that. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. It's so catchy though. The song is just insanely catchy, and it's so well composed to that extent. Literally yesterday, I was in the studio working on my upcoming EP. In case you didn't know, I'm currently working on an EP. I released my first ever song a little while ago, and now I'm doing more. But anyway, the point is, I was in the studio, and there are a bunch of other singers and musicians around, and one of them, just one, sung the chorus to Watermelon Sugar while they were just walking around the place. And I swear to you, over the course of the day, literally everyone else there sung the song at least once, most of us multiple times. It's just that infectious. Such a good groove. Obviously I expected it, it's just a little weird to see so many people eating watermelon. So intimately too, I guess. This also just seems like it would be so fun to do. Also a little ridiculous, but fun. God, is everyone just gonna like shove watermelons in his face? This is weirdly like cute and wholesome though. Harry seems to have like this consistent theme of being surrounded by people in his music videos. That was a really weird last few seconds. It kind of went to black and then just a couple of seconds of everyone eating. And then black again, like this. I want to see if he's mentioned anything about the music video and like its meaning. Apparently it's packed with hidden references, details you might have missed. I actually haven't watched the Adore You music video, but apparently the tablecloth looks very much like the sail. I also didn't notice his HS rings. What? That's cool. That reaction was because I thought this was confirmed. It turns out it's just like a theory, but fans think the location is a callback to where like What Makes You Beautiful was recorded. It did kind of have very similar vibes. Oh, and here's what I said. Yeah, it was the same in Lights Out. Okay, I understand the end now. It was like them posing for a photo. And apparently Kiwi did the same thing. I don't remember that, but I watched the Kiwi video so long ago. Anyway, overall, that was really cool. I like Harry. I really enjoy his sound. And I feel like it was going to be very hard for him to make a music video for this song that I wouldn't have liked. But as always, I want to hear your thoughts. Are there any details or references that you saw in that video? I am always keen to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button. And as always, have an awesome time until I see you next. See ya.